Hey guys, I know this is what if Naruto was an Atsuki or whatever, but I just watched this and I really needed to do it. I just loved his version of it. So if you're wondering who I'm talking about, a huge shout out to Anime Villain. He's a channel where he just hit 1,000 subs, but he needs a lot more. Like, in my opinion, personal opinion, I think he's 100 times better than I am. So his link will be in the description. And yeah, just a huge shout out to him, like... Oh, it's just amazing. And his content's amazing too. Anyway, so this is going to be what if Naruto embraced his hatred. And if you're wondering what that means, it's... So you know what Naruto went into the waterfall. And he saw that guy with the reanimation eyes, but instead of white, they were red. Yeah, that's the hatred that Naruto embraced. And if you're wondering how this worked, like how Naruto had the hatred in him, I'm going to say this. Okay, also, yeah. The like goal for this is 50 likes. No, wait, 60 actually. Yeah. And yeah, the Otsuki one is going to be coming soon, don't worry. Anyway, back to topic. So, this happened during the Nine-Tails attack. Obito managed to get there a bit earlier, which means he didn't have the scuffle with Minato. At least he didn't take as much damage. Which means his control of the Nine-Tails was much better. And he managed to get the Nine-Tails to stab through Minato and Kushina a lot sooner. Due to this, Minato didn't have time to split up the Nine-Tails. And he put the entire Nine-Tails inside Naruto, leaving a burn mark and a scar on his stomach, not only a seal. Due to this, the hatred inside Naruto was born. As a pure baby, at first he had no hatred, but it was human nature when you get hurt, you automatically gain hatred over this pain. And this is where his hatred was born. Okay, due to this, Naruto's hatred had time to grow and nurture. And this especially didn't help with being called a monster. As if you're wondering why this didn't happen in the original, it's because Naruto's hatred, he was still a kid. He hadn't experienced real hatred. And due to this, it never really happened in actual canon. But now that Naruto's felt real pain, like physical pain, his hatred was born a lot earlier, which means it nurtured over time. Okay, we're gonna go to the academy. So one day, after the academy, Naruto is sitting on alone on a swing. And this is where a drunk shinobi walks up to him and makes fun of him. And he ends up beating Naruto to a pulp, and he gets pulled off him eventually by Iruka. But Naruto is hospitalized due to this, as the man used weapons and eventually ended up cutting Naruto's stomach open. But as he laid in the hospital bed, he was sitting in his mind. No Kurama, just himself appeared. And he looked at Naruto and says, "I pity you." And Naruto's like, "Well, I guess you're me then, aren't you?" He's like, "Oh yes, I should explain. I'm the side of you you want to be. And you're the side that I'm never gonna be." And Naruto says, "What?" He says, "I'm you, but I have all the power you want, all the power you need." And Naruto's like, "How did you get that?" He's like, "Well, unlike you, I'm your better half. I don't let my emotions control me. And I have access to my power due to that." Naruto says, "Can you help me?" And this is where the evil Naruto smile is. He's like, "I guess you're gonna have to embrace me." Naruto's like, "What?" He says, "Me and you are two halves of the same thing. Our souls are split up. Merge with me, fuse with me, and you'll get the power you desire. But it comes at a cost." Naruto asks, "What's the cost?" The evil Naruto replies, "Your emotions, your love, your happiness, your compassion, your remorse. You all lose them. But that's a little price to pay for the power you will gain." After hearing this, Naruto thinks for a few minutes. And this is where the evil Naruto gets annoyed. He says, if you don't accept it now, I guess I just have to leave. Naruto stops him before he leaves and says, fine, I accept. And the future begins. This is grueling and pain for Naruto, but the evil Naruto planned this. It will just enhance his hatred after. And Naruto wakes up. His eyes are reanimation eyes, but they're red. But this quickly fades. And due to his hatred being the stronger part of him, and this causes him and the Kurama to get along a lot better. But Kurama doesn't reach out to Naruto yet. He just allows Naruto to use his chakra. Anyway, after this, Naruto returns to the academy the next day, and he realizes something. Everyone calls him a monster and are scared of him. And he realizes he's evil now. Like, he's embraced his evil. He's like, I could take advantage of this. And he walks over to them, and they all start laughing and they made up a song. Naruto. I'm not going to sing the song because I haven't made up the song. I just said they made one up. And it's all about how Naruto's a demon and a monster. And Naruto replies, oh, do you mind if I join? And all the kids are shocked as Naruto's always kept to himself. And this is where Kiba shouts out from the crowd, oh, why would we let a demon play with you? And he's like, and he says, wait a minute, are you calling me a demon? You smell like a dog, and then you look like one too. And all that normal jokes that we'd say now. And Kiba gets angry at this, and he challenges Naruto to a duel. Naruto gets excited by this. He's like, this is my way to the top. I will end you. Okay, they begin the fight, and Kiba rushes at Naruto. He's one of the stronger members of his club, of the academy, as we all know, and he lands a good kick. Naruto flies backwards, or which they thought. Turns out Naruto didn't even get hit, he just backflipped away. After seeing this, Kiba gets down on one beast and does the man beast jutsu, causing chakra to be visibly seen, pouring out of his body and his teeth and claws to mold, and Akamaru does the man beast transformation, which causes another one. This shocks Naruto, but he's happy at this. He's like, so not only do I get to hurt you, I get to hurt your dog, the one who you care most about. This should be fun. And the match begins. Kiba hurdles towards Naruto at speeds that no one expected, and everyone's cheering, saying, yeah, Kiba, destroy that monster. And Kiba gets his fist out ready to extend, but Naruto lets his wild and pure chakra and energy and just pure strength flow through him. And the punch that Kiba threw, Naruto pars it and slips his fingers into the Kiba's finger gaps and just tightens his grip bit by bit until Kiba's on his knees, and then Naruto pushes with his hands, flying into the air. And then something weird happens. Naruto feels unimaginable pain. And this was on purpose. This just increases Naruto's hatred, which in turn increases his strength. And now he's shown even less remorse. He pulls out a kunai and chucks it at Akamaru, stabbing him in the gut. And he comes down with one at Kiba. And he lands on his throat and says, hey Kiba, if I don't end this soon, your dog's gonna die. And Kiba looks at this and sees Akamaru impaled on the floor, slowly bleeding. But Naruto has a soft spot for animals, so he put a genjutsu on Akamaru and numbed the pain. This is the only animal that the evil side of Naruto let him feel compassion for, as compassion can in turn lead to more hatred, as if someone you care about dies, the hatred would be much more if someone you don't care about dies. So yeah, this is where Kiba loses it and pours all his chakra into his punch, launching Naruto off him. And Naruto expected this, and he comes down and punches Kiba in the face, which they can all hear visibly crack. And people carry away Kiba and Arakimaru. But Naruto, yet again, only feeling compassion for animals like dogs, causes Arakimaru serious injuries. And this is where Sasuke Uchiha steps out, and Naruto's heard of him. And Sasuke Uchiha is the one Naruto wants to destroy. The sole survivor of the Uchiha clan. That sounds like fun. And they begin, and Sasuke says, "You're a monster. How could you do that to Kiba?" So guys, I have a really bad cough. And Sasuke runs at Naruto, which he was a lot faster than Naruto expected. And Sasuke actually lands a solid hit, sending chakra into his hands. And he pulls out a kunai and swings at Naruto. But Naruto dodged this. And he lands a solid hit on Sasuke's stomach. Sasuke goes flying back. Naruto, sending chakra to his legs, flies towards him. And with a crazy smile, like he puts the Joker to shame, grabs Sasuke's throat and lifts him up, starts choking him. Sasuke expected this though. He pulls his hands out to his side. And unlike the original, Sasuke knows he has a bit of lightning release. And he can't use any jutsu, he can just create a bit of lightning around his hands. And he puts them towards around Naruto's arms and shocks Naruto's arm enough so Naruto would loosen his grip. After this, he flies back and launches a fireball jutsu at Naruto and says, "This is where it ends." Oh my god, my throat. And Naruto, being shocked by this, he jumps to the side of the fireball. But Sasuke knew he would do this and appeared in front of him, already moving earlier. And with his kunai, gets a good hit in Naruto, kicking him backwards. And then gets all the Sharingan and kunai he has and launches him at Naruto, not realizing how fatal this would be. And they all impale Naruto, and he falls to the floor. After realizing that he just killed somebody, his eyes turn into Sharingan. They are the actual two Tomoe this time. This is when Naruto's hatred appears again, and he's like, nice one, Sasuke." And then Naruto yet again just realizes, this is gonna be fun. After all the stuff everyone's done to me, they've looked at you as a prodigy, as a hope. I'm gonna destroy the hope. As he does this, his eyes turn slit. They turn red. Visible orange and reddish chakra appears, malicious chakra, and all the kunai flies out of him. Sasuke, seeing this, is really shocked. And Kurama actually likes to see for Naruto, so he's lending him a lot of chakra. So much chakra that Naruto is visibly in the one-tail cloak, and he's still in control. This is when Naruto's teeth grow and claws extend, and the one-tail appears. Everyone's freaked out by this, and Naruto just turns to Sasuke with a grin, like his ears like grin into each ear, and his claws and fangs easily being visible. And he says, "Well, Sasuke, what do you think of this now? Still think this is going to be fun?" And Sasuke's in pure fear. Iruka sees this and rushes over, attempting to help Sasuke. But Naruto punches Iruka dead in the face, knocking him unconscious. Everyone sees this and runs off trying to get help. And all Sasuke can do is get into a fighting stance. And before he even attempts to get close to Naruto, Naruto appears in front of him, sending chakra into his feet and fists, punching, till Sasuke is clearly covered in blood. But somehow Naruto is covered in more blood due to the splatters. And then in the end, he thinks, "I've been needing some better eyes, and I like the sound of some Sharingan." And he goes to grab Sasuke's eyes. But he pulls back thinking, "I want to rise to the top of this academy first, not get mocked." And he pulls his hand to the side and slashes down Sasuke's chest with one claw. He says, "Remember, Sasuke, this is a sign that I am greater than you. When you can inflict this damage onto me, I will respect you, accept you as my rival, and I'll even help train with you." Sasuke hears this and he accepts this as a challenge. And his last thoughts was, "I'll best you, Naruto." Okay, well, I'm going to end it here, guys. So I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure you hit that like goal of 60 likes. I really am enjoying this Whatif, believe it or not. Just the way Anime Villain, he did it so good. Like, I was hooked. Like, it was like a 40-minute episode. It felt like 2 minutes. I hope I can get a collab with him. So if Anime Villain, you're watching this, I hope we can collab with each other. Other than that, yeah, like and subscribe if you enjoy him. And yeah, share my channel with your friends and family. And go check out Anime Villain. He will be in the description. Okay, anyway, other than that, peace out.